Hey guys, Levi here, and on this channel we are building a real estate portfolio from scratch. I'm not in my office today because I just wanted to make a quick video because today is closing day for property number 3. Now, with the first two properties, I did learn a little something along the way during the purchase process. And on property number 3, which was a little different than those two, I also learned something. Um, that I'm going to share with you. So in this property, the thing that was a little different is we're buying it from a wholesaler, number one, and we're buying in cash, number two. And what I learned is buying in cash is way easier than financing. So as it turns out, most of the time and hassle in the closing process of buying is really has to come down to the financing. So they have to get the appraisal and all the underwriting and all that stuff. We had to usually have to have an extra notary come to my house, and my wife has to take off work so she can be in the same place. Um, Closing in cash, super simple. They send me a little closing statement. I go to the bank, I wire the money. Um, there's a little docu-sign that I got to sign, and it's done. Now, here's the thing. It's also, I should say, it's also much less expensive. Like the closing costs for getting the loan are incredible, um, especially when you're going with lower price homes, which is kind of what my last couple properties have been. I might be trying to move away from that if I can, but the closing costs make up a significant portion of those. I'm sorry, the loan costs make up a significant portion of those closing costs as you are and they aren't really any cheaper when you're buying a less expensive house. So if your loan is only $70,000, you're still looking at like $3,000 to get that loan, which is not an insignificant expense. That being said, I'm likely going to refinance this property at some point. I'm actually thinking I'm going to wait until the market recovers a little bit, unless I find that I need this cash. Because here's the deal, the way that I actually funded this, it is leveraged, only it's not a mortgage. This money is borrowed against my equities account. Um, I should mention it's very low leverage. There's zero at percent chance unless there's a real big drawdown in global stock markets that that I'll be liquidated. But um, I'm borrowing against my equities for to buy this house outright. And I'm not sure that I'm going to refinance it, at least unless I feel that I really need the money. And why is that? It's because right now I'm borrowing at 4.8%. If I refinance, first of all, there's going to be all of those additional costs to get that 30-year debt. 30-year debt is great, don't get me wrong, but I might just wait until interest rates are at a place where I think they're going to be for a while before I refinance, um, to avoid having to pay that $3,000 over and over again as interest rates come down. Because right now, I don't need the cash. I'm borrowing at 4.8%. Um, and for what it's worth, in my portfolio that I'm borrowing against, I have an equal amount of long-term government bonds making 4.86%. So technically, as long as I'm holding on to those, I'm making a smidgen more than what I'm paying to borrow against them. Now, of course, this is not a set interest rate, so it could fluctuate up or down. But if it does, since it's an ETF, technically, if the borrowing interest rate goes up, chances are the long-term bond interest rate goes up, uh, or the yield goes up on the long-term bonds. Likewise, if it goes and if the interest rates go down, particularly then the price of the long-term bonds goes up. So it's all very, very much a balancing act in a way, but at least for now, um, it makes uh, it makes total sense. I'm borrowing at 4.8% on an equal amount of money that I am currently making 4.86%, which is not a big spread. But the reason why I'm doing that is actually because I am expecting over time for the interest rates or for the yield on those long-term bonds to go down. All right, that's all we got for today. That's just explanation of where I got this money to pay for this property in cash. Um, as long as I'm basically borrowing at zero, if you will. Um, the the rent is should more than cover everything. All right, have a good day. Do like and subscribe. Just wanted to take a minute to make this update.